Hello dear children, welcome to the maths class. See, last day we have seen about drawing graph for a linear equation in two variables. Then also we have seen how to convert statement problems to linear equations form and then drawing the graph of that. Now today we'll be dealing with equations of the x and y axis. What are the equations for x and y axis? It's not on the quadrant somewhere. It is on the axis, x-axis and y-axis. Now, while dealing with quadrate geometry, we have learned about the point on x-axis and point on y-axis. How do you represent a point on x-axis? A point on x-axis means the y-coordinate will be 0 and that point is given as x comma 0. This is a point on x-axis. Point on x-axis. Same way, what is a point on y-axis given as? Point on y-axis means the x coordinate will be 0. So y-axis, the point is given as 0 comma y. This is y-axis. So these are points on the x and y axis. Now this x comma 0 tells you that y is 0. X can have any value, y is 0. Same way 0 comma y tells you x is 0 always, y can have any value. So here the equation for x-axis we can get from this point. Point on x-axis is x comma 0. That means y coordinate is 0. So equation for x-axis is given as y equal to 0. This is the equation for x-axis. Whatever be the case, y will be 0. See, because x can have any value. So can we write it as x equals 1, x equals 5, etc. are the equations? No. So here the equation for the x-axis. Equation for x-axis is given as y equal to 0. Same way, going for y-axis, what would be the equation for y-axis? There x is 0 always. So equation for y-axis will be x is equal to 0. See the contradiction here. For x-axis the equation is y equal to 0 and for y-axis the equation is x is equal to 0. Now when you look into this equation, say y equal to 0. This is an equation in one variable only. Because you see only one variable here. Y is equal to 0. This is same as writing 1 into y is equal to 0. Can't we write like this? 1 into y equals 0. Because 1 into y is y itself. So 1 into y equals 0. So this is the equation in one variable. But we can write this equation in two variables also. Now how you are going to write that in two variables? Two variables means you should be having the x variable also along with that. But we cannot write it as x. Why? Then that equation becomes a different one. That will not be the equation for the x-axis. Which means there should be x but with no value. The variable x should be there but with no value. When is it possible? Only when you multiply x with 0. When you multiply x with 0, what is the result? It is 0 only. So you can rewrite this in two variables as 0 into x plus 1 into y equal to 0. Understood how we got this? So 0 into x, whatever be the value of x, 0 into x will be 0. So this is gone. But we are representing it. We are representing it so that we get an equation in two variables. So point on x-axis is x comma 0. So equation of x-axis will be y equal to 0 in one variable. In two variables it will be 0 into x plus 1 into y is equal to 0. This is the equation of x-axis in two variables. This is the equation of x-axis in one variable. Same way, let us go for equation of y-axis in one and two variables. This is the equation in one variable. Normally, how will you write it as? It is same as writing 1 into x is equal to 0. So, x is 0. Now, how will you write this in two variables? Equation of y-axis, how will you write in two variables? How will you write this? That is, you should be having both the variables same as here. Which is the other variable you should be having for the y-axis? Y you should be having. But y will not have any value. For that, what you should do? Multiply with 0. So, automatically, how will the equation in two variables for the y-axis be? 1 into x plus 0 into y is equal to 0. So, equation of y-axis in two variables is 1 into x plus 0 into y is equal to 0. And equation of x-axis in two variables is 0 into x plus 1 into y equal to 0. So, you just remember like this. For x it is y equal to 0. And for y it will be x equal to 0. Then you know y equal to 0 means it is 1 into y. So, what in two variables it will be? 0 into x plus 1 into y equals 0. So, understood how to form the equations for the x and y axis both in one variable and two variables. Okay, now we will be learning how to draw the graph, geometric representation of equations of the x and y's. That is solutions for the so we'll be learning how to find the solutions and draw the graph for equations in one and two variables. That will be doing now. So we are going to learn how to geometrically represent or geometric representation of equations in one and two variables. Now I've got an example here. X minus 3 is equal to 0. So x minus 3 equal to 0 means this is an equation in one variable. So an equation in one variable, how many solutions will it have? It will have only a unique solution. Only one solution will be there. And what is the solution? How will you get that? X minus 3 equal to 0 means x is equal to transpose minus 3 to the other side. You'll be getting it as 3. So x equal to 3 is the equation in one variable. X equals 3 is the equation in one variable. Now, how will you represent this equation in one variable geometrically? For that, what we do? We use a number line. Because it is a single solution, you need only a number line. Only one solution, unique solution is there, and is only one single value is there. So, you will represent equation in one variable using a number line. So, because it is x, you will be taking the horizontal number line. So, you are having the horizontal number line, say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, it is going on. So, where will be our x equal to 3? X is equal to 3. This will be the geometric representation of x minus 3 equal to 0 or x equal to 3 in one variable. Now, same thing we can draw or represent in two variables. As told earlier, x equals 3 actually means what? 1 into x is equal to 3. So, in two variables, how will you write this? This will be written as, in two variables, 1 into x plus 0 into y is equal to 3. The same equation, I am writing it in two variables as 1 into x plus 0 into y is equal to 3. Now, how to represent this geometrically? That is, how to draw the graph. So because we are having both variables, now it will be a equation in two variables, so it will be having infinite number of solutions. So you will represent it in a graph. In a coordinate plane, you will have to represent it. So let us find the solutions. Minimum 3 or 4 solutions you require for representing on the number line. So how to find the solutions? What is our usual method? You will be writing one in terms of the other, one variable in terms of the other, and then substituting for one and finding the value for the other. But here, because it is 0 into y, whatever value you give for y, what will happen to this particular term 0 into y? Suppose I put y as 1. This will be 0 into 1, 0. Suppose I take this as minus 5. What will it be? 0 into minus 5, 0. So whatever value I give for y, this entire term will reduce down to 0. So what remains? If I give y as 1, this will be 0. So what is remaining? X is equal to 3. If I give y as equal to minus 5, this will become 0. What is remaining? X equals 3. So for any value of y, what is the value of x? The value of x remains as 3 itself. X equals 3. Whatever be the value of y, x is 3. So how will you find the solutions? Let us take, say, 3 solutions. Say x and y. Whatever be the value of y. Say let us take y as 0. What will be the value of x? X is 3. If you take the value of y as 1, value of x is 3. You take the value of y as, say, 2. What is the value of x? 3. If you take the value of y as 3, what is the value of x? 3. Whatever be the value of y, x will have the same value. Why? Because y into 0. Whatever be the value of y, 0 into that value will give you 0. So solutions you can find it very easily. No need of writing in terms of one variable and then substituting and writing. Directly you can find, because this term becomes automatically 0. Whatever value you give for y will automatically become 0. Now how to plot the graph? Already we have got the point. Let us plot the graph. So I have drawn the axis here. The plane is ready. Now let us plot the points. When y equals 0, x is 3. Or when x equals 3, y is 0. So this ordered pair is 3, 0. So when x is 3, y is 0. Where will it be? X is 3, y 0. So that point is on the x-axis. Where? At positive 3. So this is which point? 3, 0. That is the point. Now next step. When x is 3, y is 1. Where is that point? When x is 3, y is 1. This is the point. 3, 1. Next step. When x is 3, y is 2. X is 3, y is 2. The point is here. 3, 2. Next step. When x is 3, y is also 3. So x is 3, y is 3. This is the point. 3, 3. Now look at the graph. Let us join this. What do you see? The graph is a straight line. Of course, because it is a linear equation, it is a straight line. How is the positioning of the graph? How is it? It is parallel to the y-axis. So x equals 3 is a line parallel to y-axis 3 units away from it. Parallel to y-axis 3 units away from it. Now you give any value for y. You will get x as 3. So all the points on this line will give you the values for the solution for this, or give you the solution for this. So how is that graph in two variables? It is a line parallel to the y-axis. So x equals something. Suppose it was x equals 5. X equals 5. How would the graph be? The graph would still be a line parallel to y-axis, but where? 5 units away from the y-axis. That is at 5 on x-axis. Is that clear for you? In two variables, how the representation? In one variable, how the representation? In one variable, it will be represented only as a number line. And in two variables, it is represented like this. When the value x is given, x is something means it will be parallel to y-axis. One more example we will take regarding y. So we have an example here, y plus 2 equal to 0. You have to give the geometric representation of this both in one variable and two variable. Now in one variable, y plus 2 equal to 0. So what will be the solution? Y will be equal to transpose plus 2 to the other side, we will be getting it as minus 2. So the solution is y equals minus 2. Now how to represent it? Because it is given y equal to something, always represent it along the vertical line. Had it been x, you will take the horizontal. That is by convention you have to do like that. So if y is given means always take the vertical line. So y equals minus 2 means we are drawing the vertical line. Say this is 0, y dash, 1, 2, 3 etc. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now what is this? Y is equal to minus 2. Where is y equals minus 2? Along the negative side, minus 2. So this is y plus 2 equals 0, or y is equal to minus 2. That is a representation in one variable. Now coming to representation in two variables. For that first you have to form the equation in two variables. How will you write in two variables? What is y equals minus 2 means? 1 into y equals minus 2. So how will you write the equation in two variables? This will be 0 into x plus 1 into y is equal to minus 2. 0 into x plus 1 into y equals minus 2. Now what you are going to do? For whatever value of x you put, this entire term will become 0. Whatever be the value of x, this term will become 0. So what does the equation reduce now to? Y is equal to minus 2. So can't you form the solutions? Okay, we are going to write the solutions. xy, when x equals 0, what is the value of y? When x is 0, this term becomes 0. What remains? Y is equal to minus 2. When x equals 1, what is the value of y? Minus 2. 1 into 0, 0, plus y is equal to minus 2. So y is minus 2. When x is 2, y is minus 2. When x is 3, y is minus 2. So whatever be the value of x, y will be minus 2. Now let us plot that and see where it will be. First one, x equals 0, y equals minus 2. 0 comma minus 2. Where will this be? This will be on the negative y-axis. Where? 2 units from the x-axis. So minus 2. Okay. This is the point 0 comma minus 2. Next, when x is 1, y is minus 2. X is 1, y is minus 2. This point. X is 1, y is minus 2. Next one. X is 2, y is minus 2. X is, sorry. Now next one. X is 1, y equals minus 2. So x is 1, y is minus 2. The point is here. X is 1, y is minus 2. Next, x is 2. X is 2, y is minus 2. So the point is here. X is 2, y is minus 2. Next, x is 3, y is minus 2. X is 3, y is minus 2. So how will the graph be? The graph will be a line parallel to x-axis. The graph is a line parallel to x-axis. So when y is given, y equal to something means the graph will be in two variables. The graph will be parallel to x-axis. How many units? 2 units away from the x-axis, where will be along the negative minus 2, negative y-axis. So understood how the graph will be? So two things you keep in mind. Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. And equation of y-axis is x equals 0. Equation of y-axis is x equals 0. Contrast x, y, y, x. Now in 1 and 2 variables, if the value for x is given, the graph will be parallel to y-axis. And if it is given y equal to something, the graph will be parallel to x-axis. This you have to keep in mind. Now one more small example I will give you. Sometimes you may get a question like that. Now suppose the equation is like this. 2x plus 3 equal to 0. This is also an equation in one variable. Now what is the solution for this? Let us find the solution for this. Solution will be 2x equals 3 taken to the other side becomes minus 3, or x will be minus 3 by 2. What is this minus 3 by 2? 3 by 2 is 1.5. So you can take this as minus 1.5. So x is equal to minus 1.5 is the solution for this in one variable. Now how will you represent this on the in one variable geometric representation? How will you do? That will be on the number line. Which number line will you take? Horizontal number line, where it will be negative x-axis. On the negative x-axis, minus 1.5, somewhere here. Only horizontal will be taken. Now suppose this is to be done in two variables. How will you write this? This is actually 1 into x equals minus 1.5. So in two variables, when you write this will be 1 into x plus 0 into y is minus 1.5. Let us find the solutions. What is it? Whatever value you give for y, x will be what? Minus 1.5. So you give x, y as 0, x will be minus 1.5. y1, x is minus 1.5. y2, x is minus 1.5. y3, x minus 1.5. So how will the graph be? Now you should be able to tell me how the graph will be. X equals something. X equals something means the graph will be parallel to y-axis, where 1.5 units from the y-axis. Which side? Negative x side. Negative x side. So I think the graph will be somewhere like this. It will be something like this. Parallel to the y-axis. 1.5 minus 1.5. So understood how to give the geometric representation of equations in 1 and 2 variables. It is always contrast only. X, y, 1, x. So that should be there in your mind. Thank you, children.